It's a terrible football show, all right?
I want whatever you guys are smoking right now.
Come on, Shane. OH. Damn. OH.
Oh, baby, yeah! Shane, I swear to God.
Welcome to a terrible football show.
That's my quarterback and my teammate, man.
Ruins my fucking holiday every damn year.
Alex,
What up?
you can thoroughly kiss my ass.
Why not let us decide the top four?
Yeah, let a terrible football show
Let a terrible
decide the top
football
four.
show.
Fuck you, Shane.
Roll Tide. Have a good one, guys.
Oh,
Have a good
fuck
one.
off. Oh, yeah, he's got to go. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
You know, I like that Baker Mayfield and myself, man. He was baking up there in the Browns, and it just turned into a big old shit pile. So,
Get that right. I will fly you out and take you to a game in Dallas of your fucking choice.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he's successful at just giving his terrible opinions, so why can't I? It's a terrible football show after all. Welcome to the Terrible Football Show, episode 75. 75 episodes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, almost 100, baby. Almost 100. And what that will mean is that will mean two shows here at Sparky 3 will hit 100 episodes. Gamesthetic's already passed 100. They're approaching 150. And then we have this one approaching 100. Shout out to that. AniMan Plus will get there one day. I swear that show is not dead. It will come back eventually. I promise. But we're here today, episode 75 of Terrible Football Show, reacting to the first week of the NFL. Ricky is currently on a cruise ship. He said he was going to try to join in, but the Wi-Fi kind of sucks, so probably won't see Ricky. His birthday was Sunday, so happy birthday, Ricky. I hope you had a wonderful birthday, and I hope you have a wonderful vacation. Mine is in 17 days, and I'm very excited. Shane is unfortunately stuck at the workplace, but we do have Jacob here. Jacob, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I have been working all day out in the rain. I was drenched. It was great, but we got a job done, so it's all good.
There you go. There you go. My day flew by pretty quickly, so I guess shout out to that. Got the rest of this week to go. I'm here for it, man. I got a good weekend of football ahead of us. Maybe not for college. College ball is going to be a little on the it's a little on the it's so side, but college football week 4. Got a lot
That's
to look
the week to look out for.
Yeah. Next week. We do have Steve in chat who decided to throw a jab at AniMan Plus, so shout out to that. AniMan Plus is like the Jets Super Bowl dreams now. Dead. Calm down. Number 1, the Jets Super Bowl dreams are dead. Number 2, AniMan Plus is not dead. It'll come back eventually, I promise. But no, yeah, NFL week 1, man. As my title says for this episode, I could give you 7 different freaking titles to describe week 1 because of how insane it was. Obviously, the biggest headline today is the Jets and what happened with Aaron Rodgers. We're going to definitely dive into that because, wow. There's a lot to digest there. Cowboys made a hell of a statement Sunday night.
Hell yeah, we did.
Bears made a hell of a statement Sunday afternoon. And some other things happened too. So there's a lot to talk about. But, you know, the most important thing to talk about, the biggest headline, is not even Aaron Rodgers. All right? It's not. I'm gonna go ahead and shut everyone down on the biggest headline of the week. It's not Aaron Rodgers. It's the fact that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are hanging out. Ooh, that's spicy. Shout out to Trav. Obviously,
He's going to end up being one of Taylor Swift's new songs.
He is. He's going to be a song, and I can't wait to listen to it one day so we can figure out how that one's about Travis Kelce. It's probably going to be another song just like where he wouldn't buy or anything, like apparently The Last Woman, which Travis says is a lie, but either way, he's going to be a song one day. So shout out to a new T Swift song in the future. But no, obviously Aaron Rodgers is definitely one of the biggest topics. Cowboys did make a big statement. Shout out to the Giants for being the only team week 1 to not score a touchdown. Even the Bears did that. So something there. Jags catch the W as well. The Bengals disappoint. The Eagles catch the W, but Jalen Hurts didn't play super well. You know, it's actually kind of one of the interesting headlines that we have all these quarterbacks that signed for new deals this offseason, and almost all of them didn't really play up to par. You know, Jalen, Justin, Joe, all kind of like laid an egg, you know. Steve did ask, did the Cowboys make a statement or did the Giants get exposed? I lean more so get exposed. Yeah, that's kind of my mindset because like I talked to my boss about that this morning, who is a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. And, the one thing that, about the game that, kind of stuck out to him is that Dak didn't do anything. Like, he really didn't. Like, he didn't do anything. That was just the Giants played horrible and the Dallas defense played incredible. So I do feel like there is a bit of both. I feel like the Cowboys made a little bit of a statement on the defense side of the ball. But I think the Giants got exposed. I'll be honest. The Giants got exposed. Like, but I 40-0, though. I mean, I didn't expect that. I mean, you were scared of this game, Jacob, going into it.
Oh yeah, I was honest to God expecting the worst. Hell, even in our run your pool, I picked the Giants to win.
Yep.
I guess that's just how, a Cowboys fan is coded at this point.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir, man. You're preaching to the choir, man, about being coded a certain way for disappointment. With how the Bears laid a massive egg this weekend. Oh my Lord. That was so painful to witness.
I want you to understand that if the Bears would have won like they should have, I would have been $1,000 richer in fantasy bets.
I'm so sorry, man. Well, I would have also been about $3,000 richer if it wasn't for two teams, and I'll get to that here in just a few minutes. I would love to join the call, boys, but I'm super congested right now. I thought I was a COVID cowboy, but I just have a head cold. Hey, man, I got COVID running wild over here in my house, too. I somehow dodged it. I took 2 tests, both negative, even though the ladies got COVID. When I told her my second test was negative, she made a joke that she's like, I'm convinced that you're immune to COVID at this point. Because I've had so many close calls with people, and I've never tested positive. But I am a little congested myself. You might could tell by my voice. I apologize for any coughs throughout this episode. We're on the other side of things, but it's still a little bit been there, a little head cold kind of thing. So I feel you, Steve. I feel you. It's a little rough. But no, the Bears, man, that was look, here's my thing. Obviously, I don't want to lose to the Packers. All right. I've told my friend Brady before that if the Bears go 2-14, or I guess now 2-15, but those 2 wins are both the Packers, that's a successful season. All right. That's how I felt. I'm being honest. But I would be at least somewhat accepting of losing that game if we were at least competitive. And we just weren't competitive. I don't know what we're doing, man. I really don't. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of concerns. I have a lot of concerns that the guy that we basically traded the number 1 overall pick for only got 2 targets on Sunday. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of concerns. I have, besides jokingly, throwing stuff out there because of, what the odds are in the news, I've never been high on Justin Fields. I just haven't. I've said this numerous times in the show. Jacob here is an Ohio State fan. I've talked to him about this on the show. I've jokingly thrown out there about, Justin Fields MVP odds going into the season, just messing around or whatever. I've never been sold on him. I like him, but I've never been like, that's our fucking guy. But man, we got to get some shit going over these next few weeks. Or, look, dude, there's gonna be some serious, he's gonna be out. Here's the thing: if Justin can't show that he's a dude this year, number one, I must stress to everyone listening that's a Bears fan that may not be a super diehard of football and understand how the process works. Poles is not going to get fired. Eberflus is not going to get fired because they're going to get one more opportunity to draft their guy or get their guy. Because they didn't get Justin. They adopted Justin. They inherited Justin. Whatever. So they're going to get a chance to get their guy before they potentially get canned. But man, got a lot of questions. Especially on the defense side of the ball. And the defense side of the ball is, where I thought we would have been a lot better this year. For the offensive side, we got to rebuild an offensive line, but I don't know. Lots of concerns. I'm not going to make this about the Chicago Bears. Let's talk about the Jets because, man, number one, Aaron Rodgers' entrance was awesome, electric, incredible, and it's unfortunate that's the only highlight of his Jets tenure so far and will be for this season. When I things are can be really bad as a Bears fan. as a Jags fan. But man, being a Jets fan, Lord have mercy. 4 plays. He threw one pass.
MetLife turf monster, man, it gets everybody.
Oh, buddy, I know. I mean, like, unreal. See the pop and everything. See the calf. Boop. You know, you see it. I've been there. I've torn my Achilles completely in half. I've been there.
Same.
Man, it's not fun. But, you know, I know I've seen a lot of comments where it's like, you know, he's 39. Is he going to be able to come back from this? I think so. I mean, we got to understand, you know, being an NFL athlete and stuff, like they have like the best medicine in the world. They have the best trainers in the world versus like, you know, me or you. You know, I tore my Achilles back in 2014, and it still bothers me today. But then again, I didn't get the chance to go through like extensive rehab and everything like that. You know, I'm just an average Joe. You know what I mean? You know, I think with his competitive drive, you know, and just how he is as a competitor, like I'd be shocked if this was the end. Because you know, from my understanding, just from reports and rumors, you know, he's devastated, but he's pissed. Where it's like, you know, fuck this, I'm gonna come back. Like fuck this, which is fair. But man, just I don't know. What do you think? Are you kind of in the same boat where it's like you see no shot that he's gonna retire?
I think there's a possibility. I mean, when it comes to these types of situations where you have an older quarterback that is in his late 30s, approaching 40 years old, he's made his money, he's won his Super Bowl, he's a guaranteed Hall of Famer. There is that conversation that does need to be had. Like, he could very well retire, but Aaron Rodgers isn't the type to leave business unfinished.
I agree.
And it is extremely unfinished in the case of him being a Jet.
I agree. Yeah, Steve says
now
no shot he
the
retires.
problem is
yep.
the one of the problems too is the Jets right now, they're pretty well stacked to win a lot. And are they going to be able to keep all the pieces together for him to come back next year?
True.
I don't know. I think there's a 90% chance that he comes back next year, but there is that 10% chance that he may not.
Yeah. See, that's kind of how I feel too. I feel like it's 90% chance, you know, that he will not, and 10% that he will. Because like one thing that I thought was pretty interesting is, Pat mentioned this on I think it was First Take, you know, this morning. It was on his show, but like one thing that Pat mentioned is that, you know, obviously, as we've come to know just from listening to Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, you know, Aaron Rodgers is a very universal, you know, he's a hippie, you know what I mean? And he's always talked about he never wanted to play for another team. So, you know, is it possible that he's going to view this as a sign from the universe that this is not supposed to be the thing? Which that's a fair point, but I still go with the mindset there's no shot he's retiring. This team is too stacked, man. I mean, their defense played incredible last night. You know, they have one of the best young receivers in the league, one of the best young running backs in the league, probably the future of the running back position in the league right now with Breece Hall. Offensive line needs work, obviously. Look what happened. Offensive line needs work, but man, this team is like, it is built to go. It is built to go. So but you are right. Are they going to be able to keep all the pieces or not? That's going to be the ultimate question.
Yeah, I think the only reason why the Jets won that game, like I give credit to Zach Wilson for stepping in, but that defense is the only reason they won that game.
Oh yeah, 100%. Shout to the undrafted rookie as well, getting the punt return. What a crazy way to end the game.
Shout out to Josh Allen throwing 3 interceptions and fumbling a ball, and I have him starting on my fantasy team.
He did not look good. He did not look good.
Two of my quarterbacks. Like, Josh Allen did horrible, and now Aaron Rodgers is out the entire year, and so is J.K. Dobbins.
Yep. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins, man. Is his career done? Because in my opinion, yes.
I don't think it's done. I think he will play for another team. I don't think he will be a Baltimore Raven this time next year.
There's no shot. He's been hurt nonstop.
Will he ever be the same? Definitely not. No. Not with this many leg injuries that he's had consistently while he's been in the NFL.
And I also know with the Jets are actively reaching out to veteran free agents and, you know, kind of testing the waters there. But, you know, one thing that kind of bugs me about this with the reach out, I agree they need to. But like the one thing that bugs me is can we stop the conversation of these like basically retired guys? Like stop that conversation. All right, I get it. Like I get the Phillip Rivers thing. I get there was the talk that, if the 49ers would have made the Super Bowl, they would have signed Phillip Rivers. Can we stop that conversation? Stop that. Stop talking about Big Ben, even though he hasn't said he's officially retired. Stop talking about Matt Ryan. Like, can we go for like actual like veterans that are like active in the league? But whatever. Andrew Luck gets mentioned. And I'm like, there's no shot he's coming out, especially for that team.
Yeah,
that line.
Yeah. The only thing I do like though, I love the Tom Brady memes.
That's true. That's true. He would have to sell his stakes with the Raiders though for him to do that.
Yeah, I think if they're going to sign a free agent quarterback, it's more than likely going to be Colt McCoy.
That's what I thought too. Was Colt McCoy, or maybe even Joe Flacco, since he knows the building.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carson Wentz could be a possibility. Shout out to that, I guess. I could see them reaching out to Indy for Gardner Minshew, but I don't. Obviously that's a trade. Were they willing to trade or versus a sign? Hey, I'm all about Minshew mania running wild up in New York for a year. I'll lead them to the Super Bowl, baby. Let's get it.
I think even if they do sign a free agent veteran quarterback, they will continue to go with Zach Wilson until Zach Wilson proves that he cannot go.
True.
I think this is his last chance with the Jets.
Oh,
or
yeah.
just like a starting position in general. I think this is his last chance to prove that it was worth a first round pick last year.
Yeah. No, like you're right. Like the way that this is now played out, his chance is going to probably be like 2 years from now. Like they were going to probably re-sign him on a really cheap ass deal and let him continue to develop under Aaron, kind of like what, Jordan Love, who unfortunately looked incredible this weekend.
Yeah, I think Green Bay hit the nail 3 times in a row.
And it makes me, there's a guy at one of my stores who is a Bears fan, and we talk about that, and he's asked me, he's like, do you think Jordan Love's going to be good? I'm like, man, I have a sneaking gut feeling this guy's going to be a baller, and we may see him be a baller. But no, because of the circumstances, Zach Wilson doesn't get a shot, 2 years from now to prove he's the guy after some learning and development. He has to prove it now, unfortunately. But some guys they could sign, Carson Wentz, Nick Foles have apparently been called. I think both those guys would be good backups. I would sign Carson as a backup personally over Nick Foles. I mean, that's me personally. I know Carson's not good, but at this point, we saw what Nick was doing with Indy. I think Carson's a better option for a backup than Nick, in my opinion. Carson at least had some good games for the Commanders last year.
Although I would love one last opportunity to see Big Dick Nick Foles run wild all over the Jets, man. That'd be great.
Yeah. Big Dick Nick Foles, baby.
Even still though, I mean, Zach Wilson's numbers yesterday weren't fantastic, but they were good enough. He doesn't need to be he doesn't need to be like a Tom Brady. He doesn't need to be like a Russell Wilson, or he just needs to be good enough. The defense will keep them in every single game.
Right.
They just have to score. That's it. The defense will do its job. They'll get the turnovers, as you saw yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Fucking 3 interceptions. Big shout out to that.
How about that Garrett Wilson touchdown catch?
Oh, I know, right? Snagged the tip ball out of the DB, dude. That was legit.
That was insane.
Yeah.
There was so many highlights from that game yesterday. You could just pick and choose one, and it'll be on SportsCenter top 10.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, I mean it was overall like an incredible weekend of football. The Giants laying a massive egg, that was wild. Danny Dimes having a career record low QBR. The Rams, they put up a game. Stafford didn't throw any TDs, but he threw over 300. Shout out to that. Dolphins and Chargers, that was a hell of a game.
Oof.
And that wasn't even televised for us. What are you doing? The televised games for us was the Rams and the Bears. Like, get rid of the Rams Seahawks game. Give the fans, the Chargers Dolphins. You know what I mean? The Eagles game with Tom Brady becoming a Hall of Famer for the Patriots. Raiders getting a sneaky dub. Jimmy G just being Jimmy G and catching sneaky dubs. CJ Stroud didn't throw a pick. Shout out to that. Bryce Young struggled in his
big
first
time.
game. Yeah, just like the Bengals. You know, you guys gave me shit for locking in the Browns so quick last week. Granted, my reasoning was obviously wrong. I thought it was because Joe wasn't playing, but he might as well have not been playing.
Yeah, you could just tell that him not being at practice for a solid majority of training camp caught up to him quickly.
Right.
And the Browns look really good.
They did. Deshaun played okay. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Deshaun played like shit. Like, I'll go ahead and say it out. Deshaun played like shit. He 16 for 29. That in theory is not bad, but only 154 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick, 3 sacks, 65.8 QBR. But Nick Chubb racking over 100. That was good. Deshaun did get a rushing TD. Shout out to that. But defense overall played really well. That was the main thing. They got the pressure on. They got the job done. A couple sacks. They played well in that department. The Browns did look really good, honestly. The Bucks getting a sneaky win as well over the Vikings. Who would have seen that coming?
Yeah, but how about the biggest, sneakiest win of them all? The Lions.
I know, yeah. Hey, brand new Lions. Man, now there are so many people that saying that there's an asterisk on that game because of no Chris Jones and Travis Kelce. And I somewhat agree, but for the most part, I don't. I mean, this Lions team, they have proven that they are on the up and up. And I think they just further proved it that night. I mean, everyone looked good. Jack Campbell, that guy's going to be a beast. All right, Jack Campbell. People were kind of questioning that pick first round, but I'm telling you, Jack Campbell's going to be a guy. I mean, the main thing for the Lions is the secondary looked so much better from what it was last year.
Finally.
Yeah. You got CJ Gardner-Johnson. They drafted Brian Branch. You, of course, got the pick 6. I mean, like the secondary looked really good. And that was the main thing. But, man, who would have thought that the Chiefs drop it on banner night to the Detroit Lions?
Man, after that game, there's always those fans, and they're not really fans, but there's always those people that say, this is the end of the dynasty. Andy Reid's going to retire after this season. This is going to be the worst season the Chiefs have had in a while. I'm like, guys, chill. It's week 1. Played a damn good, tenacious Lions team. Chill. You're going to get your weapons back. It's going to be okay. You're still the Chiefs. He's still Andy Reid. It's still Patrick Mahomes. You guys are going to win games.
Yeah, 100%. And the one thing that also stuck out to me for the Lions, and it sticks out to me for a very specific reason, is, man, Aiden Hutchinson is just such a beast.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Trayvon Walker didn't play bad for the Jags this past weekend. He got 6 total tackles, 3 solo, and a sack, a tackle for a loss and stuff. Like, that's dope. But, man, Aiden Hutchinson to me is still just, like, overall the better player. Aiden Hutchinson is just such a beast. He is a literal game changer on the defensive line. Yeah, I hope Trayvon can become that. I understand why they got Trayvon. I get it. They see the potential versus what they could have had immediately. But, man, Aiden is – I still – people say that Trayvon's ceiling is a lot higher. I disagree. I really think Aiden's ceiling is limitless, man. Aiden is just a monster. Jesus, dude. Aiden is so damn good.
That defense in general for the Lions is just getting better and better as the years go on. They're drafting well. They're getting great picks for their value.
Yeah.
They're trading good. They've been running free agency pretty well. The Lions, man, I don't know if it's this year, but one more year or two and they're going to be Super Bowl contenders.
I agree 100%. And also, one thing that I've been saying here for a while is, man, I think Jared Goff's their guy. He just fits for him. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he just fits for him. I know people were all like, Lions should draft a QB in the first round like the past 2 years. But, brah, Goff is getting the job done for you. All right? Like I'm just saying, like, he helped lead a team to a Super Bowl once before. All right? He can do it again. All right? This team's ready to go. He's got his new Aaron Donald with Aiden Hutchinson. This team's ready to go, my guy. He's hopefully got his Todd Gurley with, Jamar Gibbs. This team's ready.
And this is a perfect example of how well a fresh place and fresh new atmosphere can reinvigorate someone's career.
Yep. or destroy their career like what Russell Wilson was last year. But Russell didn't look bad this weekend. He looked all right.
He didn't look bad, but they still lost.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't look bad, but he didn't look good. But you know, it's a work in progress. But no, what you're saying is right. New plays can completely change a career, and that's what seems to be happening with Jared Goff. Because there's been talks for at least 2 months that they're working on a contract extension for him. He deserves it. Give it to him.
He does.
He was one of the top 5 passers last year. No one wants to acknowledge it because it's Jared Goff and it's the Lions. Come on, he was one of the top 5 passers last year. Him and Geno Smith over guys that you love as a listener, like a Justin Herbert. Or, I'm drawing a blank, like a Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was really good. He was top 5. But you know what I mean. Justin Herbert, Josh Allen was another great example. Geno and Jared are like better passers than them last year. Not saying they're going to be the same this year, but
yeah.
Steve said Wilson is dead.
Geno
Absolutely
didn't
dead.
look very good.
No. Did you see that Oh My God clip?
Yeah.
Can't blame him. Can't blame him.
If I saw that big man coming at me, I would run for my life.
See, when I saw someone put up the video, like my first thought was before I clicked it, oh, does this dude like scream out fuck or something? And just I don't know, just listening to it, he's like, oh my God, and just throws the ball. I'm just like, that's also a fair reaction. I was expecting oh fuck and throws the ball.
Yeah,
but,
that's exactly what I was expecting too.
Yeah, but it's still a funny clip. That's a very fair reaction. Steve does say that Wilson's dead, absolutely dead. I mean, it's possible. He didn't look bad, but he didn't look good. We'll see.
Zach Wilson?
No. Russell.
Oh, yeah.
That's unfortunate. I love Russ, dude. I love Russ. He's a little cringe nowadays. I ain't gonna lie. I've loved Russ since he was a sophomore at NC State. I thought Russ was a beast there. I thought he was a beast at Wisconsin. I've loved Russ his whole journey up to the last couple of years. He's been a little on the cringe side. But it is what it is. But no, I hope he turns it around. I'm a Russ guy. I like Russ. I hope he turns it around. Going back to the Jags-Colts game, though. What'd you think of AR? Honest opinion.
Well, honest opinion, I think he looked like the best quarterback out of the draft as far as the first-round picks go.
Unfortunately. Look, I'm a man. I'll own up to when I'm wrong. And if he ends up being a stud, I'll say that I'm wrong. Because look, one of my biggest draft misses, and I've had a lot of draft hits in my time, but I've had a lot of misses too. I'm human. It's a trash show. Our logo is a trash can. It's on our jersey that you can pick up at Agent Ink. But one of my biggest misses was Jamar Chase. I thought Jamar was going to be a bust. And I thought he was going to be a bust not because of like talent per se, but because, man, there was so much shit going on leading up to his rookie year with his like baby mama and stuff, how she was putting up stuff saying he was abusive and tried to kill her and everything. He was dropping every single ball in the preseason and everything. So that was a big miss for me. And AR could also be a big miss for me. We'll see. He had a terrible QBR, though. 23.4. Terrible QBR. The thing is, he didn't look terrible, but he didn't look like a superstar. He looked like a damn playmaker, though, which is what I've been saying from the get-go. Like, from that Utah game to now, is that the kid just looks like a goddamn playmaker. But it's how much can he also be a passer? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which he didn't do terrible. 24 for 37, 223, 6 yards average, 1 TD, 1 pick. 4 sacks, though. Got to reel that in a little bit. 23.4 QBR and 79 rating. But then he also got, 40 yards on the ground and a tud. No rushing attack out of Indy. I mean, he was their leading rusher, which with no JT, yeah, I mean, that's kind of fair, Steve said, honest opinion, AR looked great, and when the game slows down for him, he will be a great quarterback. See, that's also the thing. When the game slows down for him, could change a lot. He also said it reminds him of a more athletic Josh Allen. Also very fair.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good thing in Indy. Indy's not the best team, but they have a good overall atmosphere and talent. Michael Pittman Jr., he had almost 100 yards. They got a good offensive line. They have good people on the defensive line. Their secondary needs help, but that's neither here nor there. But Indy is in a perfect spot right now where they only need a few more pieces and they'll be able to win more consistently.
Yeah. No, I agree, and they need to figure things out with JT. You know, they need to pay him or just figure out their run game. You know, I think that will help a lot because right now it's funny that Steve mentioned Josh Allen specifically. You know, if they keep up what they're doing, he's going to really be a more athletic Josh Allen because he's going to have to be the rusher of the team because they don't have a damn running back, just like Buffalo doesn't have a damn running back.
Yep.
So they need to figure that out for sure. But they have a great offensive line. They have some really good young receivers. You know, I think Indy's got a team. They lost to the Jags. Shout out to that. Jags have been known to be the Colts' kryptonite. Shout out to that, Duval. But you know, I think this team is they're just gonna keep getting better. You know what I mean? They're gonna keep getting better. But you know, one game. There's two games we haven't touched on so far. One of them I don't give a fuck about, and that's Titans Saints. That's whatever. That was a game, I guess. But the one that's interesting though, what happened with the Cardinals and the Commanders? Did the Cardinals just have a lot more fight, or are the Commanders as bad as I think they are? Because these are two really honestly, bad teams.
I don't see. I told someone this the other day. That game you can just throw right out the window.
It
doesn't
thoughts.
count.
That's my thoughts.
Like it's not a good litmus test for these two teams because, yeah, both teams kind of look good. Both teams kind of look bad at times, but they're the two worst teams in the league.
Yeah. Number 1, number 2 picks, baby.
Washington, they play the Broncos next, which, I mean, yeah, that might be a little bit more of a challenge, but it's the Broncos. And the Cardinals, they play the Giants next. Again, not really a good test, but it's still better talent. So we'll see as week 2 and week 3 goes on if these teams actually even try, give a damn about even winning.
Yeah. See now,
they'll look pretty good.
Yeah. No, he did. If he plays like that the rest of the year, it may have a little bit of an argument to hang on to him, but I still don't think so. I still think Commander's going to try to get Caleb Williams, which is going to be tough now because they beat the team that's going to end up probably going 0-17.
Well, funny you say that. There's reports coming out that Caleb Williams might stay in college one more year if the Cardinals are the top pick.
Yep. Now, if the Commanders are the top pick, he's coming out.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because he, like I've said on this show before, bless his soul, but he's a Commanders fan. He's from the D.C. area. He grew up a Washington fan. Bless his heart. But with that said, I would, if I was in this situation, I'd want to be the hometown hero. Let's get it. You know what I mean? So if the Commanders the first pick, that man's coming out. But if the Cardinals the first pick, he's going to be a Trojan next year. Which, I mean, you can't blame him. I mean, it's a different era of college football with NIL. Yeah. You know, the money that he's making as much as starting NFL quarterbacks. But the other side of things is like, what if he does get hurt? He might be making money, sure, but like college is about to be done for him. Pro could be the rest of his career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, beyond 1 or 2 years, pro could go for 10 plus. So I do see the point of like, go get your money now. But man, I think with NIL, I mean, these guys hold a lot more leverage, you know what I mean? Of where it's like, why should I even go out? You know, I don't need my money. There's so many guys that like when they would declare, it's because they need the money, you know what I mean? Like for maybe their families or whatever. You know, there are plenty of players that are in those situations. If they have the chance to make their money, go make their money. But I don't know, at this point, they're making their money. So why not stay if you don't want to go to the freaking, you know, if you don't want to go to the freaking Cardinals? I can't blame you.
Exactly.
I'm glad Trevor Lawrence didn't do that to the Jags, though. Thank you, T-Law. I appreciate you. Especially since you walked into an Urban Meyer-led team. But, you know, we try to forget about that.
Okay. The dark times are over.
Thank God. I still think about that year. And I really feel like that. It feels like a giant fever dream. Like, did that actually happen? Like, did that all actually happen? Like, was that real life? Or is that kind of like what Jets coaches are waking up to this morning where they were just like, did that actually happen? Is this a dream? I feel so bad for Jets, man. I feel so bad for the Jets fan base, dude. That was the most anticipated game of the week. And for that to happen in 4 plays is unbelievable, to say the least. Those NFL script writers, man, they're on one, let me tell you. They're on a different level. Speaking of being on a different level, shout out to the U catching the dub over Texas A&M, baby. Let's get it. I gotta say, I had my doubts. I was very scared. I was very vocal that I thought we'd lose. So I can't like sing a lot of pride or anything. I guess I was a negative. I was preparing for hurt because I'm used to hurt. But hey, we came out on top. I'm here for it.
Hey man, TVD was insanely good. That's Heisman level right there.
Here we go, baby. No, TVD, man, he looked good. He looked good, man. He was getting back into the swing of the system, because the thing about TVD, man, before Mario Cristobal came in, he looked like a dude, right? And getting into Mario Cristobal's system, it's not the perfect fit for him is the thing. That's the issue. Yep. And they're just trying to make it fit for him. And I feel like, he's going to have a great year. Like, I really do. Second year with this system, I think he can potentially raise his stock back up to be a first-round draft pick like he was originally kind of talked about. It's just the system is not made for him. It's just the bottom line. It's not. And I'll tell you up front, me and Tyler, we've talked about this. Shout out to Tyler. Once Mario gets a quarterback, that he recruits that's for his system, I think the Canes are going to be unbelievable. Because he's done phenomenal in recruiting. But no, I mean, I'm glad to see that TVD is getting his strides in. Like he's getting more comfortable with this system in what's going to probably be his last year. Because I can't remember if he's a junior or a senior. But I mean, either way, even if he was a junior, he's probably going to declare. He's a junior, so even so, he'll probably declare, especially if he has a really good year. Like I think he has the possibility of having. But
yep.
No, I mean, this definitely puts a damper for Texas A&M, though, because, I mean, like, I feel like as me and you have kind of chat about, like, this is kind of the year for Texas A&M to kind of prove what Jimbo's doing is going to work or not, because he had one of the top recruiting classes in recruiting history, and for them to drop the ball in week 2, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. I will say the one area that Texas A&M's been kind of hurt the most is they just haven't had a quarterback. You know what I mean? They just haven't.
Yeah, I mean, just because you have the number 1 recruiting class doesn't mean it's gonna pan out well. All of those recruits have to mold well together. Yeah, you can say, oh, this recruit's 5-star, this recruit's a 4-star, another 5-star, but it's how they mold together in order to make one cohesive unit.
Yeah.
Under certain coaching staff, and I personally don't like the Jimbo Fisher coaching staff.
Fair.
I think it's pretty weak. At least this year, it's probably one of his weaker coaching staffs that he's had in his career. So I don't see Texas A&M winning very many games this season.
Well, you know who did get a win though? I was saying it. I've been saying it for a few weeks now, and you were with me. And it happened. Shout out to the Cougs, baby. Shout out to the Cougs. Shout out to the Cougs, baby. Catching that dub on Wisconsin. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go, baby.
They're in the top 25 now.
I know. Dude, we've been saying that for like weeks that like this is a trap game for Wisconsin. Wisconsin can lose this game, man.
And they didn't just lose. They got smacked around pretty good.
True. That is true. There was a lot of smack-arounds this weekend. But like I said, week 2 was kind of, it was a week. Just like week 3 is going to be a week. I mean, Georgia smacked the shit out of Ball State, naturally. Michigan smacked the shit out of UNLV, naturally. Ohio State, OH.
IO.
Smacked the shit out of Youngstown State, naturally. USC naturally smacked the shit out of Stanford, which is a great conversation here in a little bit for picks. Because me and Ricky both think Stanford could catch an L this weekend against, I think it's Sacramento State it's Sacramento State this weekend for them.
I think it is, yeah.
And then I also think Idaho could catch that dub on Cal this weekend too, baby. I'm just throwing it out there, man. These are 2 really good FCS programs against 2 very mid FBS programs. Like you could see the same, sort of like loss as what we saw this past weekend out of Nevada, where they lost to Idaho 33-6. There's the funny comment that I saw about that game in particular is there's losing to an FCS school and there's getting your shit wrecked by an FCS school, and that's what happened to Nevada. Shout out to Idaho, man. Going down to FCS is one of the best things that Idaho could have ever done. I mean, they're top 10 ranked in FCS play. I don't know what they are right now, but they were ranked 8th last week. So that after beating FBS school the way they did, they probably moved up a little bit.
It's
Penn State continues to look very convincing. I know it was Delaware, but still, they're still looking very good right now. Washington put the beat down on. Tennessee struggled. That was kind of concerning. Tennessee struggled. There's no doubt about that one. Oregon and Texas Tech was close, which I personally thought was going to happen. Texas Tech's a sneaky good team. So I expected that one. Kansas State put the beat down. Oregon State put the beat down. North Carolina almost lost to App State, baby. That was close. Oklahoma didn't put up 66 points. Clemson struggled early. Colorado got another convincing dub, and now game day is heading to Boulder this weekend. Sam Hartman still looked incredible. That's a big W. And then the game of the week, man, Texas and Bama. That was electric.
That was one hell of a game.
It was great last year. It was better this year.
Oh, yeah. Hands down, it was better this year. And as I was saying with the, the whole ending of the dynasty for Kansas City, people coming out and saying that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that, but I do believe this is the ending of the dynasty for Alabama.
Think so. I think this is it.
I think they're going to be either a 3 or 4 loss team this year.
See, that's what I've been feeling. I've been feeling like they could drop literally 3 games this year. And I was predicting Texas to be one of their losses. So I feel pretty good about this one. This is one of my most hype moments of the weekend, even though I hate both teams equally, but for vastly different reasons. I hate Alabama because it's Alabama, and I'd like to see someone else win. I'm not an SEC guy at all. I have no SEC team. If I had to claim one, it'd be the Cox. Go Cox, baby. I'm a child. But but then with Texas, I only hate Texas because my friend Brady. Fuck that son of a bitch. Fuck that son of a bitch, man. We had like literally a 30-year in-game dynasty in NCAA 14 together, and he was Texas for a large portion of that. Let me tell you, we had some legendary matches, Texas and Miami, baby. But because of that, I hate Texas. But either way, I hate both teams equally. But, man, I was pumped to see this because I've been saying this for months that I think Texas is going to catch this dub. And I'm glad to see it, man, because I'm with you. Like, I think this is like the end of the dynasty, for Alabama. They have a lot of good recruits still, but, like, the one big area they've dropped the ball in now is quarterback. I mean, you've had quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. Jalen Hurts, Tua, Mac, Bryce, and now where are you at?
Yeah, and I honestly think if Alabama loses 3 or 4 games this season, Nick Saban will retire.
Really, retirement you're feeling?
Yeah, I don't think he'll go to another school, and I definitely do not think he'll go back to the NFL.
Well, he's definitely not going back to the NFL. You don't think that he may try to go rebuild a burning down program of Michigan State that he was once at?
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know, man. He's just too old.
Yeah. I mean, if I was
think he's
Nick
just
Saban,
getting up there in age, and you can even see his facial expression on the sidelines. Like he's just tired.
Yeah. Yeah. I've kind of noticed that for like the last year or so is that he just looks tired. And also, I haven't addressed up to this point, but yeah, the burning shit show up with Michigan State, man. Mel Tucker, man.
The common theme for Michigan State head coaches to be in some type of scandal.
Yeah. Mark my words.
Mark D'Antonio last time.
Mark my words. Tyler Buchner is a guy. Okay. Marking your words, buddy. But no, I mean, man, the Michigan State thing, that's just, that's something. That's something. Mel Tucker naturally ran for the hills, privated his Twitter and stuff, naturally. The coward.
Yeah, he's just, putting it out there that he's guilty.
Oh, yeah. Pure guilt. Son of a bitch. Let me just, here, while we're talking, Jacob, let me just whip my thing out here. Let me just start masturbating. That's okay, right? That's totally normal to do.
I mean, he denies it. He denies it to a T.
Everyone does, though.
Yep.
So
he thinks that the hearing that the university had was quote unquote a sham.
They all do. Yep. Well, Mel Tucker's career is beyond over, no doubt about that. We won't see him with another job for a very long time, if at all. at least at FBS Power 5 level. Which, I mean, like, he's already been exposed as a head coach anyway. Like, he was probably going to get fired in the next couple of years anyway. Because, like, literally, like, everything that got him his contract, my guy, you better be calling up Kenneth Walker over in Seattle and thanking him for that contract because he's the one that gave it to you up front. Like, Kenneth Walker's the reason why that team was unfreaking believable.
Yep, and he's even still, like, when his first few years, he still had Mark D'Antonio guys.
Yeah.
Mark D'Antonio was a damn good head coach. And not so much a good human being, but
True. Seems to be the theme with Michigan State, huh?
Yep, absolutely.
It goes beyond football, with that one shithead with the gymnastics team, whatever. Larry Nasser, is that his last name?
Yeah, yep.
I try to forget shitty human beings, but yeah, I mean, that seems to be the theme of Michigan State. It's a rough time up there. It's a rough time to be a State fan. If you're a State fan, I feel sorry for you. Jacob, let's introduce a new segment.
Oh, okay.
We're a big segment show. We like segments. Segments are fun. We'll see if this segment sticks, though. Because this is a segment that, in my opinion, could lead off a show. I think it could lead off the show every week if it sticks. At least in my mind. I think it could because this segment could just open up for multiple conversations about what we want to talk about from the weekend of football, of the game that we love so much. I'm a child, so this segment has a very stupid name. I have named this segment Our Dicks of the Week. Dicks being spelled with an H. Because what our Dicks of the Week is our most disappointing thing of the weekend, our most infuriating thing of the weekend, our most confusing thing of the weekend, our most hype thing of the weekend, and our most shocking thing of the weekend. Our Dicks of the Week. We'll see if the name sticks. I'm a child. I think it's funny. But that's me. I am a child. So our Dicks of the Week.
I like that a lot. I'm a big fan of acronyms, so
yeah.
I like that.
So grip it and rip it. Let's go through our Dicks of the Week. I'll start. So for my first Dick of the Week, my disappointing, the Bears. What are we doing? Top to bottom, the Bears. That's my personal most disappointing thing of the week. I don't know. Could it at least been close, man? That's all I asked for. Just show me competitiveness.
Hey, there 10 points, and there was at one point a 10-point difference.
And the second half happened, and Jordan Love came alive.
Yeah.
My most infuriating thing of the week, I already kind of touched on this earlier. Virginia Tech and Houston Cougars cost me $3,000. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. 18 hit in a 20-leg parlay. This is back-to-back weeks, by the way. Back-to-back weeks that I have hit 18 of 20. I'm calling it. I do these small, big 20-leg parlays every year, just every week for fun for college, because it's a lot of fun. I don't bet a lot of money. I don't lose money. So while it's infuriating, it's only infuriating because how close it was. I'm not losing a lot of money. I'm not going to fucking gamble my money away in a 20-leg parlay. I'm not a fucking idiot. But throw $1 here, even 25 cents, 50 cents. If you do the right pairing of bets, you can max those odds out to be an unbelievable winning amount. I had one bet that was a possible payout of $105,000. It's just paired up. You got to pair up the right odds. It's just fun. But, I'm telling you, back-to-back weeks, last year at the end of the season, I also hit 19 of 20. I'm getting close. I'm going to hit one this year. I'm feeling it. But yeah, fuck VT. Fuck Houston. And, in hindsight, man, I fucked up on those anyway in hindsight. Rice looked okay against Texas. They held their own for a little bit. They did, man. I should have picked Rice over Houston. And then Purdue as well. I should have picked Purdue over VT. Those are just a couple mistakes on me anyway. Most confusing thing of the week. I already touched on it. DJ Moore, 2 targets. We trade the first overall pick. We get a couple more first out of it, but we get DJ Moore out of it. 2 targets, man. What are we doing? I don't know, man. My most hype moment of the week, again, Texas beating Alabama. Again, I hate both teams, but for different reasons. But, man, that was just a damn good game, and I felt hype about it because so many people are still riding with Bama because they're Bama, and that's their only logic for riding with Bama is because they're Bama. And I'm just like, that's poor logic. Let's look at the teams. Texas's team is a better team. And that's the logic I went for. So it was very hype to see that happen. That was extremely exciting. The most shocking moment of the week. Well, now it's Aaron Rodgers. That was the most shocking moment of the week. But when I made my dicks list, it was the Giants. That was the most shocking. Like, that was just a giant lay an egg on Sunday night freaking football. You know what I mean? But it's now Aaron Rodgers. That is definitely the most shocking moment of the week. And honestly, also another hype moment of the week, of course, is Miami getting the dub over Texas A&M convincingly. Of course, got to include that. You know, I am a Miami fan, or I claim to be, but I do feel like I've become more of a Hawaii fan. It's just, I don't know how that happened. It just did. Yeah, it's Hawaii's Twitter. They embraced me. Okay, I can't help it. They made me one of their own. All right, I can't. I'm sorry, but still, go Miami. So those are my dicks of the week. All right, Jacob, grip it and rip it, baby. What's your dicks of the week?
I love that. I love that so much. Okay. So it's going to take a minute for me to memorize this. Okay. So the first one's disappointment, right?
Yep.
Ezekiel Elliott.
That's fair.
The man, fresh new cut, fresh new atmosphere, fresh new decently good offensive line.
Yep.
Still a disappointment.
Yep.
Still a fumble machine. I wish the best for him, because not only was he a Cowboy, he was a Buckeye.
Yeah, you're all in on this one. You got double winnings for you.
I have 3 OSU jerseys of his and 2 Cowboy jerseys of his.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is one of your guys. Like, you got double fandom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this has been one of my guys for 10 years now, almost.
Yeah.
Okay, the second one,
Infuriating.
Infuriating.
Yep. Is it the Bears? Is it the money
It
thing?
is the Bears.
Yeah, the money
It is
thing.
the Bears.
Yeah.
It is the Bears.
Yeah.
Because out of a 5-leg parlay at $10, Arizona and Washington, I picked Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Picked the Jets to win. Thank God. I picked the Bears to win because they were supposed to win the game, Alex. They were supposed to win that game.
I agree.
That game was not supposed to go like that.
I agree.
But yeah, the Bears, I have lost all confidence, and I have henceforth never, ever going to be betting on a Bears game ever again.
I don't blame you, man. I stopped betting on Bears games a long time ago. It's kind of like the joke that I say, like, you know, all of last season, where I can't pick a Bears game right, and just like our picks. And it's true. Like, I mean, like last year, if I go back and look at all of our picks for when I picked Bears games, like, I think I got like 3 or 4 right. Like, what the fuck? I don't blame you, man. I stay away from betting on the Bears. Honestly, if I'm gonna be real with you, I stay away from betting on pros in general. I have a lot more fun with college.
Yeah.
College is a lot of fun.
College is a lot more fun.
I love betting on college football. Let me tell you.
I picked the Commanders, the Raiders, the Dolphins, and the Jets to win as well in that parlay. All hit. And then also fuck Texas A&M and fuck Tulane. I am no longer betting for those teams either, because those teams also screwed my other parlays over, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the next one?
Confusing.
Confusing.
Yeah. Really racking the brain on this one.
We'll go with Josh Allen. We'll go with Josh Allen.
Looking like
3
shit.
INTs.
Yeah.
Cover of Madden Curse, maybe.
Madden Curse, yeah.
Maybe.
You know, one thing I thought about with how that game ended, Josh Allen playing as shitty as he did, man, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out here right now. Episode 75 of ATFS on September 12th, 2023 at 6:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. Stephon Diggs is going to request a trade this year, like during the season. He's gonna.
I don't know so much
dig.
Diggs, but one person that I saw that was pissed on the sidelines this weekend was Justin Jefferson.
Oh yeah.
He was absolutely livid on. Well, he wasn't. He didn't look angry. He's just like dead stare.
Yeah.
I mean, the man had 150 yards on 9 catches, and they still lost to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, no, that was not a game they should have lost.
I knew it was going to be close. I didn't have Buccaneers winning that game, which more props to them, I guess.
Right.
All right, what's the next one?
H for hype.
Hype.
Yeah. The Cowboys for you.
See, I want to, just specifically fan wise, but I don't want to because it's the Giants.
Yeah.
You know, now that that game is passed and I'm not terrified for my life for a week 1 opener at New York. Now that it's passed, I get it.
Yeah.
Our defense played shutout football, and Dak really didn't have to do much. I mean, he probably could have, but he didn't have to. Tony Pollard is the guy. Hype, though, I'll probably have to say Washington State.
That's fair. Getting that done. I'm
so happy for this team. I'm happy for this program. They're back in the top 25. And man, it feels nice. It feels nice.
Cameron Ward looked good.
Heisman candidate, man. That's my Heisman candidate right there.
Yeah, that's a dark horse. And the last one is shocking. I mean, can it
bad
be
the Steelers played?
Oh, okay. Especially at home, you know?
At home, which usually when I play at Heinz Field, which I don't think it's Heinz Field anymore, usually when I play at home, they play pretty damn good because that crowd is always electrifying.
Yeah.
But man, Brock Purdy is very purdy.
Dude, true. Man, he came back from that injury so quick. Shout out to him, man.
Shout out to him and shout out to CMC for 152 yards and a rushing touchdown.
Man, I hope he can stay healthy all year.
I do. I kind of hope that the entire San Francisco 49ers team stays healthy.
This team's ready to go.
They're a program that has bad injury luck.
Yeah. Whoever Kyle Shanahan has for like his training staff and stuff, he needs to get new training staff.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because I mean the amount of injuries that team has had over the past couple of years is unfreaking believable, honestly and truthfully.
Yep.
Steve also gave me his dicks of the week. His disappointing, is the Giants. Okay, fair enough. His most infuriating. This one's for you, buddy. Tyreek Hill. In fantasy. Man, 66 freaking fantasy points, dude. Holy shit.
Dude.
Holy
That's the only
shit.
reason why I won that game. Because Josh Allen, if Josh Allen would have just messed up one more time, it would have flipped and he would have won.
Yep. His most confusing thing of the week is what the hell is going on with the Eagles. That's fair. Most hype moment of the week, Jordan Love. Also fair. And most shocking moment of the week, Aaron Rodgers. Also fair. That was Steve's dicks of the week.
See, the Eagles thing. I don't think that's so much the Eagles issue as it is the Patriots are getting better.
Yeah.
Mac Jones is playing better football.
Well, it helps to have someone who actually knows offense talking into his headset.
Very true. Very, very true.
I can't believe they use Matt Patricia as a fucking offensive coordinator. Jesus Christ.
That Patriots defense is looking pretty good too. I think their picks that they've gotten in the draft the last couple years, they're finally starting to pick up speed.
Keon White, who they drafted this past year, looked really good too. He looked like a pissed off dude out there, which, he was apparently going to go in the first round. I never heard anything about him going in the first round until I saw that he was invited to the draft, and he was going to go. I'm like, he's not going to be a first rounder. But apparently he's very pissed that he was not a first rounder, and it showed.
Matthew Judon looks pretty damn good again too.
True.
Christian Gonzalez looks pretty good. I mean, even Christian Gonzalez even had a sack, and he barely had any sacks in his college career.
Yep. Christian Gonzalez fell into the Patriots' lap, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a steal for them.
Yeah. No, the Patriots are getting better, but I will say, I do kind of question what happened with the Eagles. You know what I mean? I expected pure dominance, especially with that defense and stuff. Jalen looked okay. Defense did look pretty good. Jalen Carter looked really good. But, I expected more. But it's the NFL. It's tough. Every week is like week one. That's the thing. Every week is like week one. You have to treat it like week one. So.
And the whole Tyreek Hill thing, I love it. But I think my luck balanced out. Yes, Tyreek Hill got me 60 points. But I lost one of my quarterbacks, and I lost one of my damn running backs for the entire year.
Yep. So you need a running back.
Was it worth it? No.
So you need a running back, huh?
I need a running back, and I don't necessarily need another quarterback. I took 3 quarterbacks in the draft just because I wasn't completely on board with Josh Allen.
Fair.
So I took Aaron, but then I also, because nobody took him by, I think, one of the very last rounds, I took Jared Goff, and I think that might be a steal going forward.
I think so too.
I honestly think I might start him next week.
I mean, I've got 4 running backs, so
looks like we're gonna have to be doing some wheeling and dealing then.
yeah. I saw your comment in the chat. It's like time to wheel and deal. I need a running back. Has Tyler sent you any trades yet?
No.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. That is Tyler's MO, man. It's trades. He's always fired them. I'm surprised he has not sent you a trade yet.
And the Tyreek having 60 points is not nearly as shocking as the Dallas defense having 44 points.
True.
A defense scoring 40 plus points is insanely rare.
Okay, so the reason why is I include in my draft, in my leagues, a lot of defense bonuses. So defenses get bonuses in our league if they do shutouts and if they keep teams under certain yardage, because it's so hard to do.
Okay.
So if a team keeps to 0 points, I think it's a 5 to 10 point bonus. I'd have to go back and look. If they keep a team, under 100 yards, which is very hard to do in today's game, I give it a 5 to 10 point bonus. So I do a lot of bonuses for defense to make it, a little bit more exciting for those rare occasions when that happens.
I'm excited for this week though. I got Ricky, and I'm just gonna rub his face in the dirt for taking all of my draft picks.
Hey, I'm glad for my W week 1, because let me tell you, you will find this out over time in being in a fantasy league with me. But Brady is my fucking kryptonite in anything sports related. Madden, NCAA, fantasy, fuck that guy. So as soon as I saw I beat him, I sent it to him lick my dick. And he's just like, man, you cheated. I'm like, I didn't do shit. Fuck you. No, he is my kryptonite, man. My kryptonite. One of the greatest examples of him being my kryptonite are NCAA 14 Dynasty. So Brady finally decided to move on from Texas after a wonderful career as the Longhorns coach for 12 years or something. I don't remember where we were at that point. And he wanted to go to Maryland. Maryland's head coach was on the hot seat. So when he left Texas, he was hoping they were going to be fired. They didn't fire him. So he had to go to a random team for the year. Okay. He went to Georgia, but here's the thing. Georgia in the game for us was ranked, I think, in the bottom 4 of the NCAA at that point in our dynasty. They were bad.
Damn.
Yeah, they were 128. I think it's 132 teams in the game.
Yeah.
They were 128. So he's just I'll just go to Georgia for a year. Whatever. This man lost 2 games in the season, 2 or 3 games, and somehow still made it to the national championship to play against me. He wasn't even trying to. He didn't want to. He lost games. He was just chilling for a year to get to go to his next step. Somehow he jumped over an undefeated team and went to the championship. Here I am for this season thinking I'm going to have a relaxing championship, have a great time. I want the record to be known that the fact that this happened is proof that that dynasty fucking had it out for me, and it cucked me over and over again, because there was one year where Texas, he was ranked 1, I was ranked 2 all damn year. I went unfucking defeated, second ranked team in the nation, and somehow I dropped to 3 and Louisiana Lafayette goes to 2 and goes to the championship above me. Somehow. What the fuck? And he beats the shit out of him in the championship. But anyway, for the Georgia one, this man somehow gets in the championship to play against me. And it is still to this day the greatest game I've ever played in a football game. We go to 4 overtimes, and he beats me, and I cried. I have not let that go. Pure devastation. And another example of him being my kryptonite, the first championship that we played against each other, Miami and Texas, right? That was a hell of a game, baby. I was down a touchdown, and let me tell you, I was driving. Okay, we had 2 minutes left, and I'm driving. He ain't stopping my Heisman candidate, Brad Hardy, okay? We are driving. My power goes out.
Oh.
And I was so pissed. And I immediately jumped back into the game with him, like, we're going to restart this game. He beats the fuck out of me. And he openly admits if I didn't lose power, he was going to lose that game. He said there was nothing that he could do that was stopping me that last drive. He is my kryptonite, man. Fuck that guy. I love him to death.
Man,
Fuck that guy.
I cannot wait for the new NCAA game. We need to get a whole big-ass connected dynasty together.
I love Dynasty. I just actually opened up a revamp again the other day. And
they came out with 2.0.
Yep. So I've been kind of messing with that a little bit, trying to mess around with maybe another new dynasty. My 6th one that I've started. Every time I jump,
rolling with Air Force right now.
Are you still like in the same dynasty you've already been in, or
Yep.
Okay, so you were with James Madison, right?
Yep.
Okay. See, I just have the habit of always just starting new. Like once I get too good, even if I jump school to school, I just start a brand new one.
Yeah.
I like the build. Right now, I'm currently at Marshall. First head coaching job is at Marshall. I was the offensive coordinator for Miami. I just was OC for Miami, and then I got my first head coaching job with Marshall. So, gonna see how that's gonna go for me.
I really hope they don't Maddenize the NCAA game.
Yeah. Steve said, dude, I'm saying I got a PS5 now, and I'm always game for some sports games. Yeah, I'm telling you, when college football comes out, if they don't butcher it. Big dynasty, baby. We'll do a Sparky 3 dynasty. I love it. See, if we're going to do it, though, one thing that I pitch, and I'm not going to hard hammer this, but this is more fun to me, is that we all have to start off as a coordinator at a shitty school and then work your way up to maybe a coordinator to a bigger school. I'm not going to say you have to go to another coordinator position. If you get a head coaching job, take it. But like that's the way I like to play. I like to go coordinator at small school, coordinator at big school, small school head coach, big school head coach. That's the route that I like to go. That's more fun, in my opinion. I don't like jumping in as a head coach. That's boring.
Yeah, same.
I like doing the actual like RPG feel to it, really building it up. Anyway, we got off topic, but that was all of our dicks of the week. We gripped it and ripped it. We gave you our dicks of the week. All right, we're going to come back with this segment next week, get Shane and Ricky involved. I don't know if Shane listens to the shows. I think he always listens to it when he's not on the show. So I know for a fact Ricky listens to shows no matter what, like if he's on it or not. So Ricky, I know you're listening. Make sure to text me and let me know your thoughts of the new segment, Dicks of the Week. And Shane, assuming that you're listening, because I think you always listen to the shows that you're not on, also text me and let me know your thoughts on Dicks of the Week. But yeah, it's a new segment. I threw it out there. We're going to see if it sticks. I might put it on a shirt. Go to sparky3shop.com. You can get the shirts that I make. You can go to Agent Ink to get the professional made stuff. Basically, Agent Ink is like the name brand groceries, and sparky3shop.com is the off brand. It's the great value stuff. All right. well, let me stress. The quality is fine. Like the quality of shirts and stuff you get and everything. I'm talking about the designs. All right. I mean, I literally have a terrible football show shirt that's like the one where I crudely wrote it like in paint. That's on a shirt. You know, kind of like the trash can is very crudely drawn, which is the point. It's trash.
Yeah.
Also have a very crudely drawn bee. It's one of my favorites. That's from my boy Josh drew that. It's just very like a 2-minute sketch of a big bee. You can get it out on a shirt. Shout out to that. SparkyShop.com. Anyway, you got anything else, or do you want to hit some picks?
I think that's pretty much it. Just throwing it out there. Hey, everybody that's in fantasy in our league. Hey, I need a running back, please. I have Najee Harris, James Cook, and Ezekiel Elliott. I need another running back.
Yeah, you're struggling. All right, let's get to picks. Let me turn down this over here. We'll do our old intro again. We'll do that as our pick music for this week for everyone listening right now. All right, so we'll start with college. Go through our college picks. Naturally, we have 20 games as always. So let's get into it. All right, first up, Kansas State at Missouri. Believe it or not, this line is actually pretty close. I think it's a touchdown apart with K-State as the favorite.
I think SEC is having a factor.
Yeah.
Just SEC for Missouri, but
right.
I got K-State.
K-State, baby. LSU and Mississippi State. Give me the Tigers.
Yep, LSU.
All right, the Cox at Georgia. As much as I want to pick the Cox, they stand no chance. This is Georgia.
Yeah, this is going to be a blowout. Probably a 28-plus point game.
Yeah. Minnesota, North Carolina. This line is actually pretty close, too.
Give me the Golden Gophers.
Man, I don't blame you because, man, North Carolina has struggled both weeks. Struggled against...
I'm shocked they're in the top 25 still.
How has Minnesota looked? I haven't really paid attention to them too much this year so far.
Minnesota looks pretty good. As usual, they're run of the mill as far as Big Ten goes, but right now they're at the top of the West. They're 2-0 overall. They beat Nebraska 13-10, and then they beat Eastern Michigan 25-6.
Give me the Tar Heels. I'm gonna stick with the Tar Heels for now. All right, FIU at UConn. Give me the Huskies, baby.
I think this is gonna be a really good game.
I think it is too.
I'm gonna go UConn on this one.
Yeah.
You're welcome. This may be the only time.
Yeah. All right, VT at Rutgers. Give me the Scarlet Knights, baby.
Yeah, give me Rutgers. These guys look pretty good. Not Big Ten champ worthy, but pretty good this year.
Next up, San Diego State at Oregon State. Give me the Beavs, baby. You know who it's about.
Yep, give me the Beavs.
All right, here we go. Idaho at Cal. Are you gonna pull the trigger?
Man, I don't know because Cal looked pretty decent
Against
in their
Auburn.
first 2 weeks.
Yeah. Give me the Vandals, baby. Give me Idaho. I'm calling the upset. Give me the Vandals, baby.
Is there a odds for this game?
Not that I saw on
Over-under?
Betly. That's the app that I have to unfortunately use here in my fucking shit state of betting, and it wasn't on there.
Fuck it, give me Idaho.
Boo, let's go. All right. Next up, James Madison and Troy.
We're gonna go Troy on this one. I'm still hyped on the Troy train.
Give me Troy as well. South Alabama and OK State. This one's kind of tough, honestly. This is a really close line as well.
OK State looks pretty not good.
Yeah, pretty mid.
And South Alabama is usually top of their conference. I'm going to take South Alabama very hesitantly.
Give me OK State. NIU and Nebraska.
Oh, you know.
NIU.
Give me NIU.
Man, Nebraska's offense looked so bad.
But their defense looked good.
And that's where I think Nebraska will win this game. I think it'll be defense. Give me Nebraska. Tennessee and Florida. At the Swamp. Tennessee has looked rough. for 2 weeks.
Yeah, why do I have a feeling this is about to be an upset?
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Give me the Gators.
Yeah, give me the Gators. I hate the Gators. I'm gonna pull for them for one time. Syracuse and Purdue.
Give me Syracuse.
Same here. I like the orange. I liked them last year a lot. I still like them though. BYU and Arkansas. BYU stinks. Don't do it.
I picked this one just because of what happened last year.
You did. I'm going, unfortunately, with Arkansas. BYU really stinks this year.
I am riding with BYU on this one.
Good luck,
I
my guy.
cannot wait to rub it in 2 years in a row.
I hope it happens. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going with Arkansas. New Mexico State and New Mexico. This is a half-point game right now for the line.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really entertaining game. I think New Mexico State won it last year.
Yeah.
I think overall New Mexico State is a better team, so I'm going to take them. But the Lobos, they're a pretty good team this year.
Yeah. This is one of Ricky's games, Sacramento State and Stanford. He's also calling for the FCS upset. He texted me that he's picking Sacramento State.
Yeah, I'm going to do it too, because Sacramento State's always at the top of the SEC.
Give me Sacramento
FCS
State, baby.
ratings.
Aren't they like
Yes.
the Hornets, I think?
Huh?
Are they like the Hornets, I think?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah, the Hornets. Let's go Hornets. Sacramento State, baby. Let's get the dub over Stanford. Let's get it. Next up, Kansas and Nevada. I mean, this isn't even a game. Give me Kansas. Nevada lost to Idaho and got their shit wrecked by Idaho.
Yeah, give me Kansas.
All right, next up, FCS game of the week. Ivy League teams have now started play. So to celebrate that, the first game for the first FCS game of the week involving the Ivy League will be Dartmouth and New Hampshire. You know what? Give me New Hampshire, man. They've been a freaking team this year.
Yeah, they look really, really good this year. And I think they have a potential of going very far this year. Give me New Hampshire.
Our FBS game of the week. We're going to be riding with College Game Day for 2 weeks in a row, baby. We got Colorado State and Colorado. You know who I'm rocking with, though. Give me the Buffs.
Is it wrong for me to want the hype to die?
No. No.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of chatter,
Thank you.
and I understand why that would irritate someone.
Thank you for clearing my conscience. I'm taking Colorado State.
Colorado State's a 22-point dog right now.
Ain't gonna matter.
All right. And lastly, the terrible game of the week presented by ATFS. We have UMass and Eastern Michigan.
Shout out to Mac Nation.
Yep.
Mac Nation's about to get an L. Give me UMass.
Yeah, give me UMass. I'm gonna lock it in. Give me UMass. Let's do it. All right, let me get over to NFL. NFL picks, baby. Let's get it. All right, make your picks. Here we go. And as a friendly reminder, even though that the season's already started, you can always join our Run Your Pool and compete against us. If we have people that join late, we'll just do a win average or something at the end of the year. We'll just do that. But yeah, please join. Please join, compete against us. It's free to join. All right, Thursday Night Football, Minnesota and Philly. Give me Philly.
Give me Philly. It's prime time. Kirk Cousins will suck.
Yep. All right, heading over to Sunday, Chicago and Tampa.
Tampa.
Wow. All right, I'm going to give you the easy dub, okay? I'm picking the Bears. So there you go. Tampa wins.
Hey, I appreciate that. It was an easy dub anyways.
For anyone listening, pick Tampa because I'm picking the Bears, and I can't pick the Bears right. All right, next up, Green Bay and Atlanta. Give me Green Bay.
Give me Atlanta here.
Ooh.
I really like what this team looks like.
Okay. Next up, battle of top 5 picks. Indy and Houston, the one of many that we'll start to see with them being in the same division. Who do you got, AR or CJ?
Indy's more of has more of a collective overall team. I'm going with Indy.
I am also going with Indy. Seattle and Detroit. Will Seattle bounce back or Detroit keep riding their high? I'm rocking with the Lions, baby.
Yep, same here.
All right, Chargers and the Titans. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, Titans look like ass this year.
Yep. Baltimore and Cincy. Give me the Ravens. I like the Ravens here. I don't think the Bengals are going to bounce back just yet. I need a couple more weeks.
Yeah, I mean, last year they started out 0-2 and still made the AFC Championship game, or not AFC Championship game. They made it to the playoffs, yeah. But yeah, give me Baltimore.
All right, Vegas and Buffalo. Give me the Bills.
Give me the Raiders.
Ooh, okay. All right, Chiefs and Jacksonville. How you feeling on this one?
Duval!
Hey, there we go. You know what? Just
baby.
For that, give me the Jags, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Duval! We got this.
Yeah!
All right, San Fran and the Rams. Give me the 49ers.
Same here.
Giants and the Cards. Give me the Giants.
Yep.
Jets and the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys now. I would have originally picked the Jets.
Hold on now. Hold on. The Jets have beat us with terrible quarterbacks before. By the man who I will not name but does see ghosts.
Sam Darnold.
Give me Dallas, but man, I would not be shocked.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Commanders and the Broncos.
Give me Commanders.
Give me the Broncos. This is going to begin the Commanders' fall from grace that I predicted, where they win week 1 and lose every other game. Dolphins and Patriots, man. Give me the Dolphins. Tua looks so damn good.
Tua looks good. Tyreek looks phenomenal. Mac Jones looks good though. But Miami's defense looks better than New England's defense in Miami.
All right, next up, the double Monday night header. We got New Orleans and Carolina. Battle of the Sucks.
Give me Carolina.
Give me the Saints. Browns and Steelers at Pittsburgh.
Give me Cleveland. Steelers just look like ass.
Give me the Steelers. I'm going to bank that Mike Tomlin pulls it together this week because of how embarrassing that was. It's the Browns. There's a little bit more edge to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So give me the Steelers in that one. I could be wrong, and it could really bite me in the ass, but it is what it is.
Hey, I'm doing very bad in these polls right now.
Yeah, no, me and Tyler, we're like, you know, he's in first for the college, and I'm in second, but we're close. And there's plenty of time to catch up. All right, well, I think that gets us through pretty much everything for the show. Jacob, you got anything else?
No, I think we pretty much touched on everything. Yeah, we did a pretty good job time-wise for the amount of news that was surrounding this week of football.
Yeah, no. Well, it's also easier with only 2 opinions, you know. Like I always tell my my girlfriend, it's just like I can never predict Tuesday shows. They could be an hour and a half, they could be 2 hours, they could be 2.5 hours. Because the exact words that I put it to her today is like it's tough to predict when you got 4 idiots all screaming at the same time in a mic. It's very challenging. Sometimes 5. You know, it's very challenging. So, yeah, we didn't do too bad. There was a lot to cover today. Then week 4, we introduced a new segment, our Dicks of the Week. Got to grip it and rip it, boys. So hopefully the other boys also like that segment. We'll introduce it next week. Because honestly, it could be a show starter. We'll see. Could be a show starter. We'll see, though. I don't know. I like it. I'm a child. I thought of it yesterday while I was dashing. I'm like, damn, that's kind of funny. I'm going to do that. All right. Anyway, if you made it all the way in, we appreciate the hell out of you. Make sure to go to Agent Inc., pick up a jersey, head over to the Discord, join the Discord. You can be a guest caller on the show. Head over to Rogue Energy, use promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off. Sign up to our website, all of that good stuff. Check out the other shows as well. Until next time, guys. Bye.